Right, let's start today's session. So in the last session, we were discuss about Django project setup and also how to work with Django views. So I introduced views. So view is a main Python logic code. So whatever the logic you want to perform with the Django application, so that logic completely you should write inside the views.py file. So we discuss how to prepare a view inside the views.py file, how to execute that view, okay, through the URLs. And also we discussed in the last session how to manage the URLs like project level URLs, application level URLs we discussed. And also we have seen inside one Django project, we can include multiple applications. So any number of applications we can include inside the Django project. But when we include multiple applications inside one Django project, at that time, I strongly recommend to use, instead of project level URLs, application level URLs are recommended. Because when we deal with multiple applications in general, so if we go through only project level URLs, so at a time we can able to work with only one application URL, one application level URL. So that is the reason here. So in case if you have a same name of the views in both application clear, okay. So that is the reason why. So better to use each and every application URL separately. That will be useful. So we have seen these all things in the last session clearly. Those who missed my last session, I strongly recommend to watch the fourth recorded video of Django with REST API in Durgasoft YouTube channel in recent playlist. Okay, that is recommended. So today is the fifth session and it is the last demo session of this batch. So once this session is complete, from tomorrow onwards, if you would like to join my Django with REST API sessions, compulsory, you should enroll for this course. Only enrolled students will get tomorrow's session link. That is GoToMeeting short link. So this link will not work from tomorrow. So hope you understand. So if you wish to continue my lectures of Django with REST API, please try to enroll for this course. So now I'm trying to open, this PyCharm community editor I open. Just let me open professional sir, so that it will be. Give me 1 second. Yes, I'm opening this. So let's open your project also, which we created in the last session. And today also important things which I'm going to explain. That is all the files which are located inside the application and inside the project. So that are very important. So every Django programmer should aware of the files and folders which are present inside the project, inside the application. Then only it will be easy to access in future all the applications and all the projects here. Okay. So just a moment. I'm trying to open PyCharm professional editor. So once it's open, then we'll try to include our project in that. So this is Python professional editor.
Sir, I have a question. Can I ask?
Yeah, you can ask me.
So actually, this Django framework is like basis on the Python, right?
Yes, Python only.
Okay. So for your class, means if I'm planning to continue it, so I need any knowledge about the Python first, then only I can start, or what?
Obviously, no. As I said that in my demo lecture from the beginning, I'm saying that if you know the Python, then you can able to eligible to attend these sessions. If you don't know about Python, then better to drop from this session. It's not required for you.
Okay. Okay. So since Django framework is depend on the Python only, right? We cannot
Obviously,
implement this. Okay.
obviously. Django framework completely written in Python. From my demo
Okay.
lectures onwards, I discussed many times like.
Okay.
You know about Python, then you can continue with Django. If you don't know, then first if you have to learn Python, then after that you can go to Django and REST API.
Okay. Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you.
So, Mr. Who is this? How to download PyCharm? What man? You are asking why again? Because I said in my sessions clearly how to download PyCharm. Go to Google and download PyCharm, and there you will be able to get that link jetbrains.com jetbrain.com website. There we can click on download PyCharm and install. So it's a very simple. Okay,
Sir,
tell me.
sir, I downloaded a professional editor yesterday.
Okay,
The problem is whatever the programs I did in PyCharm community editor, those programs are displayed in professional editor. What is the problem, sir?
no, actually that's common. Actually, recently, which code you have written in PyCharm community editor, that's going to be loaded automatically. So no problem. It is, you can ignore them. You just try to create a Django project over there directly by going to file menu and new project, and like this file menu, new project, Django framework you can
Okay.
select. Automatically it will be override. So Python code will be what we have written previously, that gone, and Django will be effective.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Now here you can see file menu is there in the left hand side of PyCharm professional editor. See new project, you can click on it. Immediately you will be able to find this left hand side. There are a lot of frameworks are there, including Django. You can select Django and create the project with name and more settings, and application name also you can give, create it. Then onwards you will get Django setup complete. Now, so this is not your project. So let me open our project which I created in the last session. So file menu, open, and I just included project in the desktop itself. So that is DJ 9 p.m. is our folder. Inside the folder now Django project 9 p.m. is there. It's a project name, and click on OK, and this window. So right now we are in Django 9 p.m. project. Now you can see in the last session we deal with two applications, especially my app as well as my app one, and each application is having some views clearly. Look at this. My app views are there. So this is v1, v2. Okay, and my app one view also there, v1, v2. Two applications are there. That's what I recommend to use Django project level URLs. In this project level URLs, I included a lot of URLs like this: my app one, my app.urls, my app one.urls. Which app URLs you want, you can hit this link, then automatically it will execute. But before that, you can see this by default, whenever we open every time your project, then it will go to directly command prompt, not in your virtual environment. So to go to your virtual environment, first of all, you just go to the location of project. What was the virtual environment? You can cross verify in this folder, DJ 9 p.m. Right now, you can see this is my env's virtual environment name. So let's move to your virtual environment. To move to your virtual environment, simply // my env / scripts / activate. This is, so you are in your environment right now. Sorry, my env. So now we can start the server. To start the server, I use the command python space manage.py run server. I can say that run server. Now we can see run server. So run server. Now server is running. You just click on this link. Directly it will open in the browser. And there you can able to type in the URL, which application URLs you want to execute, which application views you want to execute. That application views you can type it on the browser. So let's go for /my app /v1. So now you can see this is v1 view from my app. It is coming clear. Okay, v1 view from my app one. Next here, I'm trying to show my app one slash v1 also. So this is v1 view from my app one, like this only we are getting. So this is very clear, sir. We are dealing with what we can say multiple applications because of the included URLs clear. But note this point, one more important thing I want to tell. Sir, we know about my app one, because when we hit this URL name or endpoint name or resource name, directly it will go to myapp.urls. And in this myapp.urls, I have included v1. It's a view name. So views.v1. So v1 view is coming from which application? My app. Let's go to my app, and inside the views, look at this here. So v1 we is going to call in a return as a response. We are getting this is v1 from my app. It's okay, fine. But what about this admin, sir? What is this admin? One more URL is there, no default URL. So this URL is nothing but it's an admin panel URL, sir. So let's try to run this once admin panel URL. So going to terminal window, Control C, and to clear the screen, you can see the CLS. But right now, at this moment, when we start the server and run server, and once we click the link here, but when we try to hit the admin panel, now you can see the slash admin I'm using, but you don't find this admin, then you will get clearly errors. What are the errors available? You can see this operational error at admin. Now you can see no such table Django underscore session. So actually in the project level, first time when we create a project, so if you want to run administrative task or admin panel code, then compulsory you have to migrations and make migrations. So then only automatically Django underscore session table will create. So once we create this Django underscore session table, then automatically admin can able to join as a super user account holder. So right now this no such table Django underscore session table service. Okay, yes. So that is the problem actually. We didn't do migration so far here. So look at here django.db.utils operational error, no such table Django underscore session. One more important point, notice this here. For every Django project, automatically that SQLite tree database is integrated, sir. Look at here SQLite tree. Even you can go to settings.py, so you can able to find this in this settings.py. So SQLite tree database only configured by default. Databases default engine type is django.db.backends.sqlite tree. This SQLite tree is available in the base directory. Name is base directory. This is only. But sir, can we show this SQLite tree? Whether it is Django underscore session table is there? It's saying that error, no, that is no such table. Yes, I can show you, sir, db.sqlite tree how. To represent this db.sqlite tree database, I recommend to go with the db browser for SQLite. So it is database browser only. It's a tool actually. So this tool through we can able to easily manage SQLite tree database tables and all our project level only. Sir, how we can get this DB browser for SQLite tree? Means simply you can go to Google and simply download SQLite tree or DB browser for SQLite tree. You can type it. Look at here DB browser for SQLite. And once you click on this, you will be able to get this official website sqlitebrowser.org. And the DB browser for SQLite is a high quality visual open source tool to create, design, and edit database files compatible with SQLite. And you can see this, click on downloads folder. Once you can click on download folder, you will notice that there are so many options are there. I recommend to click on this and install it DB browser for SQLite standard installer for 64-bit Windows. In our upcoming session also, we will use this tool. I will also clearly mention this how to download it. Right now, you can try to use this link and you can try to install it, DB browser for SQLite. So I have already installed in my computer DB browser for SQLite, because here now I need to open this DB browser for SQLite. So once I open DB browser for SQLite, my intention is to show here there is no such table Django underscore session. That's what we are unable to join as an admin account holder. So admin account holder means in the project level URLs here admin is endpoint also there. We are unable to join with this endpoint. The reason is some migrations and make migrations are required, then only the database level changes will affect automatically with SQLite tree. So that's the reason it is not recognized Django underscore session table. But look at this DB browser for SQLite tree I open here. So let's go to open database. So your project is available in desktop. Let's go to desktop. And also your project name is available in the DJ 9 p.m. folder. You can double click on it. And your project name is Django project 9 p.m. You can double click on it. And your database is what? DB SQLite, so that we can load all the existing tables which is built in available in SQLite for our project. Now you can see in this, there is no such tables. Tables 0, views 0, trigger 0, everything is 0 in this database right now at this moment. Okay, that's what no such tables can create. So built-in tables and default tables or default database migrations you want, so then only we can able to join as an admin account holder. Okay, let's try to do this. So Control C, and how to make these changes means you have to execute 2 commands, sir. Even in coming session also you'll come to know this migrations. Python space manage.py make migrations. We have to do this. Now we can see, observe here, no changes are detected. Means we have not done any changes at models.py levels right now. But I need to do migrate compulsory. Python space manage.py migrate is required. So once I do migrate, then you can see all migrations are applying. So whatever it is applying changes, it's affecting. So default database tables and everything will be created. So now once you can go and check out in DB browser for SQLite, again you can open it. So let's SQLite for our project and open it. Now we can see this, what tables are created, all tables gets created. These are all built-in tables, which is support for Django authentication system, authorization system, everything. But note this point, Django underscore session table created or not? Yes, this is the error which we have seen when I try to join as admin panel now. But now this Django underscore session table gets created because we are noticing in this DB browser for SQLite. So this table is having, look at the right click on it and browse table and session key, session data, expiry date is there. So now admin data will be loaded into this. You can able to run admin panel now. So just because of showing Django session table is there or not, I'm just making migrations and just open this SQLite information into DB browser for SQLite software. So now we have option to go for admin panel now. Look at this. When we run server, sorry, I have already migrated. When we run server, Python space manage.py run server. Now you will get a link here. So hit this link now. Now we can see admin panel I'm using /admin. So now it's going to detect Django administration username and password. Previously it was error. No such table called Django underscore session because we didn't do migrations. But whenever you do migrations at project level, so built-in database tables will be created. After that, it will allow you to Django administrative account. But here you can see username and password is asking. But I don't have username and password with me. Okay, so this is the admin user you can consider. But how do we make admin users, sir? How we can create admin user? Simple. So we have to create super user. You know, every project contains super user. Super user means what? Actually admin user only. So that super user can have right to manage everything about your project level completely. So how to create super user? Just clear the screen, CLS. Now I'm trying to create a super user, sir. Python space manage.py. This is the command to create a super user. Create super user. Okay, Python space manage.py. Create super user. So without space. So let's enter this. So it will ask you username. Leave blank to use Lenovo, in the sense it will ask you to leave the Lenovo only name of the user. But I don't want to make it Lenovo my super username. I'm giving my name as super user. This is Mohan. And email address is optional. If you want, you can skip this. Just normally mail I'm giving. And it is asking password. I'm typing Mohan only password. And password is not going to visible. It's typing now. Again, MOHAN I'm typing. Now you can see the password is too similar to the username. This password is too short also. It must contain at least 8 characters is saying. Do you want to bypass password validation and create user anyway? Yes, I want to create anyway the user, no problem at all, because easy recognition purpose Mohan, and Mohan is okay. Yes, and enter button. So super user created successfully. I have super user account with me, like username and password is created. So this super user can have right to manage admin panel, all the accounts and users, and delete users, add users, change the details, everything. So let's start the server now, and you can go to admin panel. So I have a username and password with me. So I can able to join in admin panel, sir. So in the project level URL, admin resource means this is only admin endpoint. Now I'm going to use Mohan, and I'm going to use Mohan again password. Now click on login. So it will be bring you to the Django administration form. Look at here, welcome Mohan is there on the right hand side. Do you want to change password? You can change. Log out, you can log out. Users are there, groups are there, authentication, authorization system is there, everything is there. But right now, there is no application information here. There is no models I created. Actually, this administrative panel completely managing your database tables. Okay, but right now we don't create any models. That's what there is no model appearing in this Django administrative panel. So this is what actually Django admin py file is required. Admin, why admin means in the project level URLs, this is only admin account status. You can able to join for admin, or you can able to communicate with your applications also clear. Okay. So this is one thing I want to tell you clearly. And one more important thing I want to tell you, just close this all tabs to avoid some confuse here. So let's close the all tabs now. Right now I'm working recently my app one also. In this my app one, you can go to view section, but note this point here in this case. Okay. So on top, only HTTP response is going to active, but render is not active. That means what? As I said that in the last session, Django execution process, how it will happen. Client will send request to the server. That request directly go to the Django server. Django server can identify by going to project level URLs. In the project level URLs, when we hit this my app one, then immediately it will communicate with my app one.urls. Immediately it will go to my app one.urls. And in this my app one URLs, when I try to use v1, and views.v1 will call from application one. And immediately it will go to views, and v1 will execute, and v1 through we are sending request. This is the function based view. And in return as a response, we are getting what? This is v1 view from my app one. But this is not a template response. It is just a normal response, like a server response, browser response, we can say that. It is not a template response. Are you able to display this message in separate HTML template or HTML page? No, there is no page. So that's what here we are using normal response, HTTP response. Directly it will land onto the browser. But I want to display a message or sending the response into separate HTML page. That's the reason we can create templates. That's the reason we can create what? Templates. So Django will, it's completely depend on what? MVT pattern, model view template. MVT pattern only, model view template. So view, you know that, and templates are required now. But look at this, where is the templates here? Do you have any templates folder? Are you finding here in this case? No template folder, sir. Look at here, no template folder. Because this project I created step by step by following one by one step, like creating virtual environment, activating virtual environment, creating project, and creating application through command prompt. I created this project. Okay, you know that very well. After that, I loaded this into PyCharm professional editor only. That's where a templates folder is not coming by default. You have to create template folder separately, sir. So let's create a separate template folder under the project. Django project 9 p.m. Go to new. And if you want to create a folder, you can see this directory folder is there. Don't use this one. This is a package actually. And this is a directory. It's a folder. So I'm creating directory or folder. Folder name I'm giving here clearly templates. I'm giving templates. Make sure that this name, whatever you are giving here, this name, same thing you have to assign in the settings.py also. Let's see this templates here, templates. So once I give the name templates plus enter button, now you can see template folder is added. Generally, this template folder is having like templates only, like HTML. So I want to give HTML page response here. So I'm adding templates only. Right click on templates folder, go to new and HTML template, HTML file I'm creating. So let's try to give this HTML file home.html I'm giving. So home.html file created here. So built-in HTML tags also created, no problem at all. In this HTML body section, I want to write in the H1 section simple. So I can recognize whenever I come to this page, I have to recognize whether it is home page or not. So that's what I'm giving. This is home page. Fine, sir. So home.html is ready under templates folder, clear, sir. Now you can see this in the view section. So v1, when I execute, it's coming like default response only. That's what here HTTP response is active only. But whenever I want to go to v2 execution, then I don't want to give response like this HTTP response. I want to give response in the HTML page. How I can give? So in that context, look at here, return render current request, comma, after sending request, response should be land into where? Home.html, home.html. We have created home.html page like this, sir. So now this term which is active, sir? Render is active. What is the meaning of render? Render method is going to render the server response into client understandable format like home.html, because no client page like home.html or any HTML page can understand server side code. That's the reason I'm using render method. So now you can see HTTP response is there here. It is render is there. But this render method is coming from Django only. So this render method is in active only. So this render method, whatever we are sending request through this current request like v2, then this request response will render and send into a result is what? Home.html page only. So the page is rendering here. Rendering is the process of converting a server side response into client understandable format. That is very simple way. So that is home.html is available. Now when we execute this v2, okay, so request will made by using v2 and response will come from the server, and where it will send response? Home.html. So let's see this when we go to server, and now you can see CLS I'm giving and run the server, but you will get errors are now this time. I know that why it is giving error. I want to show you error also. That's what I'm not doing changes. So look at here, when we click on this link, immediately where it will go? Project level URLs it will go. In this URLs, what application you do want to run? I need to run my app one, sir. I can hit my app one. Immediately it will go where? My app one.urls. Immediately my app one.urls, immediately it will go. Here in the URLs, what you want to execute? V2, sir. Then whenever we call v2, views.v2 is there. So views section v2 will execute. V2, whenever we send request, then after that response is going to landed into where? Home.html page. Okay, yes, keep it in your mind. Once I run this now, you are going to execute this my app one. So my app one slash v2 slash, you will get template does not exist error, as we expect. That is common. So look at it, template does not exist at my app one slash v2 home.html. Why? Yes. So Django server cannot recognize this home.html template where it is exactly available, but actually home.html is available inside the templates. But this template folder, did you include in the settings.py? No. Let's go to settings.py because it's a settings.py is a global file. It's a project level file. So compulsory, whatever you do change at project level, you can inform to Django server, but we have not informed to Django server by including templates name folder here inside the templates configuration. Look at here directories. There is no templates configuration. You must and should come to settings, and here we have to include these templates. This name should match with this name. Then Django recognize this template folder here with settings, and home.html will be open now. Let's run this once. Now coming to this, and let's go to my app 2, sorry, my app 1 slash v2. Now this is home page. This is called template response or not? Yes, page response it is. Whenever we go for V1, V1 is what actually HTTP response. It's not a template response. Got my point? So let's run this once again. I'm giving V2 slash. Now just observe carefully V2 slash whenever I use on this tab, you can see this title. Title means what? This is HTML title only here. Look at this. This one is title. But when we go for my app 1 slash V1, V1 is not a uh, template response. It is a Django response. Now we can see that directly normal response 127.0.0.1 colon 8000 like this. It's not a HTML page. So this is the difference between normal response and template response. Now you can see this V1 through we are getting HTTP response, direct response, and V2 through we are getting what? Render method I'm using. That's what HTML template we are getting. So this is about what template response and normal response difference. Template also we introduced it. We've also we introduced it in upcoming sessions. Slowly we'll introduce what models also clear. So sir, why sir every time it is template is required to add? Yes, compulsory. Because you create a project step by step through command prompt. In case if you create a Django project directly inside the Python professional editor, then template folder, everything will become by default. Okay, look at this. So once I try to create a new project in this Python professional editor only, file menu, new project, Django framework I'm using left hand side. My project name is Django project 1 F drive, and you can see more settings are there. Now you can see template language is also available right now. While dealing with the Django framework, compulsory template language should be DTL, Django template language. And whenever we go for Flask framework, Flask, then Jinja 2 template language is there. Jinja 2 is reserved for Flask framework, and Django template language is for what? Django framework. So our template language is Django. Template folder is automatically there or not here, and your application name also automatically. If you create application, then it is automatically configured in the settings.py. No need to do changes. So when we create Django project directly by using Python professional editor, we create a project, we are creating virtual environment, we are setting interpreter, we are choosing Django template language, we are giving template names folder, we are giving application name, everything will be set right. Let's create it. Now we can check what changes. You need not to include any templates. You need not to include any what we can say app settings in the installed apps. Directly it is going to happen. This is the advantage when we create directly project using Python professional editor without following step-by-step commands through command prompt. So our project was created manually in the second day itself. I just create a folder on desktop. Inside the folder, I included virtual environment. I activate virtual environment. I create a project. I create application. So by default, template folder will not be there. That's what we have to add explicitly. But make sure that after adding templates folder, you should go to settings.py. There also you have to register that templates folder. But now this time, no need to register templates folder. No need to include your application name under installed apps in the settings.py because by default configured here. Just a moment, I'll show you clearly now. So it's saying installing Django for this project virtual environment. But we are not continuing with this project. Our project is completely that only previously which I was created, like Django 9 PM project only. Now we can see once it's everything is loaded, I'll show you by going to settings.py. So Django project 1 is there, my app is there, and just a moment after fully loaded, you will be able to find SQLite database templates folder also you will be able to get this. Still it is not fully processed. How do you know when it will be when it is ready, your project is ready means after that by default it will open URLs or settings.py will open. Then only you can understand the project is fully ready. Look at this in this bottom corner, indexing Python SDK Python 311 Django project 1. This bar should be completely processed. Then it will be ready. Just a moment. Now you can see, now when we get this URLs and settings, then your project is ready, sir. You can manage this. Let's close these tabs. Now notice this here, template folder is automatically available or not. Just look at this. Did I create templates? No, automatically created. My app is there, but let's go to settings.py. This is also automatically configured. So in the installed app, my app is configured. No need to include again. Next time, whenever we add a new application to this project, again, you should come to here, include your application name. Now, in the templates folder also, you can see templates, base DAR, templates also included or not automatically. Yes. So that is why. So in why I need to create a template folder in my project means that was not there. I have to create it manually, and this template folder you should come and include here only. So this is the project creation when we directly do with PyCharm Professional only. Okay, let's move back to our application, our project only, sir. So it's not required this project. Just I'm showing differences between when we create project directly in PyCharm Professional Editor and when we create project directly step by step through command prompt, what changes. Okay. So let's move back to our project back. So this is template response and normal response clearly. Now coming to this applications. So what are the applications? What are the files configurations are there? Look at this. There are a lot of files are available in the project level first. Init.py, asgi.py, settings.py, urls.py, wsg.py. Even in the application level also, so many files are there. Admin, apps, models, test, views. So one by one file, I need to explain that clearly. So look at this. First of all, apart from this project level files and application level files, there is one important file is there. This is called manage.py. What is this manage.py? See, every time if you want to run the server also, we have to run Python space manage.py run server. Or if you want to create application also, Python space manage.py start app, my app. Yes or no? So manage.py is important. So this file is used basically as a command line utility for deploying or debugging or running our web application. So this is main file. If you want to run your web application, or if you want to make migrations, or if you want to deploying your application, then we use manage.py. Sir, what is there in this manage.py? Can we show? Yes, I can show you. Manage.py, I'm double clicking on it. Look at this in the manage.py. What is the code is available, built-in code? It's a main method is there. Means when we start server, Python space manage.py run server, automatically main method will call, and automatically this environment is setting default. So your project environment is there, no settings, it will go there. And in this settings, it will check user is sending the request through which application, because in the settings.py automatically we included application no recent call. This is completely recent call, my application. Sorry, this is Django project 930. So this is not your project, sorry. I'm wondering. So it's a morning project actually. This is not your project. So your project is available in desktop as well as DJ 9 p.m. Yeah, wrong open. That's what I'm wondering. My app is just now it's there, where it is gone. So this is manage.py. In this manage.py, look at this main method is there. And now in this main method, we have included automatically settings are there. Django project 9 p.m. settings. Immediately in settings.py, it will go and which application through user has sent request, then it will easily recognize. So last application is what actually we included, that is my app one only. So this manage.py file can have the main method, so your application will run. So run administrative task. So immediately, if anything problem again, so it is going to show you import, could not import Django, or you sure it's installed and available on your Python environment variable. Did you forget activate virtual environment? All these things like this. So main method is calling here. So this is manage.py, sir. It's a very important file. But notice this, every time we are going to run a server by using like this, Python space manage.py run server like this. What is run server? This command is used to run the server for our web application. If you want to run the server for a web application, then we use what command? Run server command we use. This is run server. And next, migration is there, sir. Look at this migration. So one more important file is there in the application. Look at here, migrations are there. What is migration? Migration means this is used to apply for changes done to our models into the database. So that is, we make any changes to our database, then we use migrate command. This is used the first time when we create database. Generally, models represent database, I said. Okay. In the model file, in upcoming session, we'll see in the models, here they are saying create your models here. We need to create models here, class name, like that. So for example, let's try to use one class name is student class I'm using. And after that, I'm creating fields like SID, example, S name. I'm not giving properly, just I'm giving example, S name, S address. After including this model class, this is a Python class actually. So whenever we do migrations, automatically student name through database table will create, and this are database columns, table columns. So table create. To create the table with model class, then we have to use migration. Python space manage.py make migrations. Automatically, SQL statements will be generated along with migration file. When we go for migrate, then SQL statements will execute, and it automatically in the SQLite3 database table gets created with model class name. Model class fields will become a table fields only. That is migrations and make migrations. Make migrations is used to apply new migrations that have been carried out due to the changes in the database only. Okay. So, and one more thing here, in this project level also, in the application level also, look at here, init py is there, init, initialization file, this is. Don't say this is constructors, okay? So in Python, we use constructor, no, in the class, init dot underscore underscore init underscore underscore. But that was the constructor, but this is not a constructor. This files remains empty, sir, every time. It indicates that this folder is a package folder. Every package folder contains init py. We have seen in Python programming also, when I was discuss about package creation, automatically this file generate. So this file remains empty and it is present there only to tell this particular directory or folder is a package. And we don't be changes anything in this file right now at this moment. In future also, we don't disturb this file, not required to change this. This is init. And coming to the settings.py file, it's very, very important and crucial file for entire the project. This file is present for adding all the applications and the middleware applications present to your project. Also, it has the information about templates and databases. Overall, this is the main file for Django web applications, settings.py. Look at here. In settings.py, all the applications, whichever we are working with project level, we install here. Middlewares also we included here, all built-in middlewares. In our upcoming session, we will work with our own middlewares also, customized middlewares. Middleware act as a middleman services between client request and server response. So templates also configure here, and also database configure, everything is there. This is settings.py. It's very important, sir. Don't do changes, unnecessary things here. It makes impact on your project running process. Okay. If we really need, you can visit settings.py, do changes perfectly. So don't do mistakes. If you do some changes in settings.py, then that will impact on your complete project. That is called global file, our project. And coming to this urls.py is there here. urls.py is very important. This file handles all the URLs of our web application. The file has the list of all URL endpoints that we will have for our website. Endpoints means these are endpoints only. Admin, my app one. These are all called endpoints or URL names or resources, we can say that. Using this resource only, we are communicating with applications clearly. And WSGI is one file is there. This file we are not going to use. WSGI stands for what? Web Server Gateway Interface. Web Server Gateway Interface. This file mainly concerns with the WSGI server, and it is used for deploying our applications onto the servers like Apache, Tomcat, IIS, and all. If you want to deploy your project, then at that time we can use WSGI only. WSGI short for Web Server Gateway Interface. That is called it's a server type only. It will interact with web applications. Again, we want to do any changes to this file at this moment. And there is ASGI file also there, asynchronous gateway interface actually. This is the newer version of Django we use generally. You will find this ASGI, most newer version of Django. In the older version, we don't find this ASGI, only WSGI was there. ASGI stands for Asynchronous Server Gateway Interface. And also it is having similar to WSGI style, but this is better than previous one as it gives better freedom in Django development. That's why WSGI is now being increasingly replaced with ASGI only. So instead of WSGI, most of the users are using ASGI only, asynchronous gateway interface. And now coming to this and the application level files, mainly what file actually admin.py. Admin.py is just perform administrative task. As the name suggests, this file is used for registering all the models into the Django administration. So look at this in admin.py, whenever we register the model, after join into admin py folder, admin py panel, administrative panel, there your tables will be appear whenever we register here. And coming to this apps.py, we are not going to do anything in the apps.py. So configurations, we can do application level configuration, but most of the cases, the default configuration is sufficient enough in the most of the cases. We won't do any changes here in this beginning stage only. And models.py is very important. This is contains all the models of our web application. That means database table creation purpose models are useful. Mostly models are classes only, Python classes. Python class through we can create database models. Model means table creation. Okay. Views.py is crucial one. Without view, we can't do any operations in Django. This file is a crucial one. It contains all the views. View is also generally function-based view or class-based view. In initial stage, most of the cases, most of the programs will show you function-based views. In upcoming sessions, we'll discuss class-based views also. A view is a function or view is a class also. We can do this. Again, in the URLs are there. This is application level URLs. So these are all, and one more file is there, test.py. This test.py is only writing for your test cases only. In the REST API cases, what I can do, I can create API using RESTful framework. And also after that, I can come to here, test our API. How to test your API using test.py, we'll see this. Generally, test.py file is used to write test cases only. If you want to create anything, do you want to test that whether it is working or not? So that we can do test.api only. So generally API, REST API, when I discuss there, I can show you clearly test.py file, how it will work. So this is about complete file configuration and file location. Slowly you'll understand one by one file whenever we do changes on that file, so that you will understand for that purpose only we can use that file, what purpose we use that file only. So that's all for today's session, and this is last demo. Fifth session is completed, and if you want to continue my lectures from tomorrow, and please try to enroll the course. Once you enroll completed, then you can contact Durga Sahab. They will give you a short link, that is go to meeting link. So only enrolled students only they can able to join for tomorrow session with a new link. Okay, so that's all from my side. Do you have any question? You can feel free to ask me now.
Sir, for every project, my app level and project level both are mandatory, sir.
Tell me once again.
For every project creation, my app level and project level both are mandatory or optional.
See, the thing is, every time whenever you are creating Django project, in Django project only at a time you are working with one application, then directly project level URLs are enough. You can manage. But only the situation is when we deal with multiple applications, then application level URLs is better.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all from my side today. So we'll see tomorrow with a new link. For new link, you can contact Durga Sahab. So then only they'll send the link, and on that link you can join for tomorrow session. Once your enrollment process is over, I will get mail IDs from Durga Sahab. Once I receive your mail IDs, from there onwards, these 5 lecture recording videos I will upload to your Google Drive. that videos can be downloadable and lifetime accessible, along with the complete Django PDF material also I'll send to you at a time.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I have paid total fee, but uh, they don't update it at online, sir.
No problem. I know you. So we already discussed regarding this. I'll take care of it. Just wait for one day. And once I'll collect your mail ID from them, then I can share the videos. Don't worry. Please wait for tomorrow evening. Okay.
Videos are lifetime accessible, sir.
Yes, lifetime accessible, downloadable. You can share to anyone. You can do whatever you want with my videos. Not. I'm not bother about that because my every lecture will be update. So
Okay.
yeah, this session, if I tell the concept, then next session might be concept will be different. Means updation will be there. Keep on. So I don't have any issue there. No problem. Lifetime access. You can download it also. Keep in your computer. So Apple you can able to watch at any time. Fine. See you tomorrow. Thanks for attending my sessions. So if you really wish to continue, then you can enroll. Otherwise, please ignore these sessions. You can go through your own way, better way also, if you find. Have a nice day. We'll see.